First up on the show, in a significant development, it is reported in various media reports that India plans to unveil new names for several locations in Tibet. The initiative is seen as a direct response to China's recent renaming of 30 places in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh. The move that has drawn strong objections from New Delhi. While no official government agency has released these new names yet, the decision signals a robust strategy by the newly elected NDA government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to counter Beijing's assertive narrative. The decision to rename places in Tibet is rooted in historical research and affiliations to the region. It reflects India's growing assertiveness in the face of Chinese expansionism. The names once released are expected to be incorporated into Indian Army maps along the line of actual control, underscoring India's territorial claims. The development comes in the backdrop of the strained Sino-Indian relations, which have been tense since the eastern Ladakh border standoff that began on May 5, 2020. China's aggressive stance in the region is not limited to India. Beijing has been assertive with several neighboring countries, employing a strategy of territorial claims and renaming places to bolster its geopolitical narrative. And for the very latest on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal is now joining us live from New Delhi for more on this. And Siddhant, clearly a major step by the Indian government there, a tit-for-tat move by India for renaming Tibet, places in Tibet.
Well, there is no confirmation as of now on this development. This is still being reported by certain media organizations, but no word from the government over it. But if this happens, this will be seen as a major move by the new government here in New Delhi. Now we know that China in the past has been coming out with names, especially in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh, that has been strongly rejected by New Delhi. But it's part of what China has been doing, building narrative, and not just with India, but with other countries in the region, whether it's the territorial dispute with the Japanese, with the Taiwanese, or in South China Sea. China has its own set of names and it has been claiming precedence with its own historical narrative. But all in all, how India-China relationship goes forward is something that will be closely watched under the new government. In fact, today, earlier, we saw the Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, taking charge. And during his short press conference in front of Ministry of External Affairs, there was a question on China, to which Dr. S. Jaishankar said that the biggest concern remains on the border issue, and that is something that continues since the Galwan incident of 2020. So it is highly unlikely that India-China relationship will see an upward move. But never say never, and of course remember that just in a few weeks from now we will see the SCO summit in Astana, where the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping are expected to share the stage.
Right, Siddhant, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the very latest there. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.